Okay, so Greg Thompson with Accelerate Action Coach Business Coaching, and this morning talking to Jeff Haynes with Custom Awards and Embroidery. Jeff, good morning. Thanks for giving us a couple minutes today.
Good morning. Thanks for inviting me.
So I have seen Custom Awards and Embroidery around for a while, but I really didn't know what all you did. So would you tell everybody what you guys do?
Yes. So back in 1984, my father-in-law purchased a couple of different businesses, award businesses, and consolidated them into one and changed the name to Custom Awards. He did that for a number of years and then decided he wanted to retire around 1998. And that's when my wife and I, the year we got married and the year that we purchased the business from him, all in the same year. So for nearly 22 years, we've been working side by side here in the office, which, as you all can guess, can get tense at times, but has been very productive for our family. We raised two children, bringing them here to work all through their young childhood. And now one just finished college for nursing, and the other one will be going to college next fall to University of Northern Iowa. Is his current estimation. He keeps changing his mind. But so our main thing are awards. We definitely get screen printed T-shirts, and we have embroidery, but awards are our main thing.
Okay. So do you specialize in any kind of awards? I mean, is there any brand that, or any niche that you fulfill, or just any type of award you can do? Tell us about that.
So similar to our name, we really love the idea of a custom made award. So we have a laser that can cut acrylic into nearly any shape. So most often it's a clear acrylic award that we can cut. We've cut into a corn cob for some people, into the logo for a company, the city skylines and different state shapes, and the fact that you can come in and for under $100 get something completely one of a kind, unique to your company is our niche. And we really enjoy selling those.
Okay. All right. So you can, somebody wants to have a celebration, 100-year, 50-year, 10-year employee of the year, something like that. Anything, any of those specialized, it sounds like that's really your specialty, huh?
Yep. Now, it's not what we do the most of. I mean, most often we're just doing wall plaques. That always seems to be a home for that, and those are priced well. But whenever somebody wants something a little more unique, then we have our crystal awards and these custom cut acrylic awards that we do a lot of. Yep.
Okay. So you mentioned you and your wife. Tell us more about your team.
So there's 5 of us that work here. My son is part-time, but then I have my laser engraver and my embroiderer, computer engraver, and then my wife and I. My father-in-law is still around. He's in his late 70s now, but still comes in to help us with certain projects. He's kind of our go-to woodworker whenever somebody wants a unique walnut plaque shape. He's the one that we get to cut it out. So I guess I should mention that if you want a one-of-a-kind wall plaque, other than state shapes, which we do a lot of, we can do a lot of different unique shapes that way as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. So last year was a pretty crazy year, as we all know. What effect did COVID have on your business, and has there been changes that you've had to make due to the COVID pandemic last year?
Yeah, our business dropped more than 60%. We were extremely slow in those 2020 months. The government Paycheck Protection Program helped us significantly. Our adjustments were trying to focus on things that needed to be done around the office and things like that. But basically, we've spent most of the time just patiently waiting for people to say, we keep pushing off this event and this event and this event, and then when it finally occurs, they've ordered their awards. A handful of companies are ordering all of their awards from 2020 and all of their awards from 2021 at the same time. I guess in this situation, it would be the 19 awards and the 20 awards, but and so we are doing some extra awards, but the vast majority of them seem to have just let 2020 slide, and they're not redoing it, and we'll never get those awards back again, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Did you have to change anything? So revenue wise, it obviously made your revenue go down. Anything in procedures or practices or anything like that, or were you pretty much just
There
lost
was
business? And
there was one practice that we implemented that I don't know how well that would work for other companies, is that we were losing close to 4% on our credit card transactions. So we implemented a credit card processing fee of 4%, and then therefore then added offered cash discounts or check discounts. And since nearly 85% of my customers are still paying by credit card, and I hear very few complaints, it was a nice way for us to cover the loss in merchant processing, and still move forward without just simply raising all of our award prices by 5%.
sure, okay, yeah. So there's a saying out there that smart people learn from their mistakes, wise people learn from other people's mistakes. Is there something in the years of your experience of being a business owner, or is there a tip or two that you could pass along to other business owners on something that you have learned or something you wish you would have done differently in these years?
So in the early start of the business, we relied on our paper order forms for all of our details, and writing them up to make sure the customer gets the exact thing they want was an important thing. But we started then incorporating those details into the artwork and artwork proofs. So now, instead of having to search through multiple file cabinets for all the details of their order each year, we found that we can do a quick and easy computer search. It brings up the information within the art file, and there's not hours of searching through files for a 2017 order and the details that are on that. But once we started doing that, it really streamlined each transaction. When somebody says, I want to do something like I did a few years ago, and we have that already. And before, we had to search paper and paper and paper to find it. So we have multiple file cabinets full of previous year's orders, but I'm happy to say that we don't really have to get into them very often, and we're just holding on to them for tax purposes, for that matter.
Yeah. So you let the computer systematize and definitely help you get organized in the business. So that's awesome. That's a great use of the.
And another part to that was that we went to the cloud. So we had a few instances when we had a computer problem where we completely lost a whole month or a couple of months worth of art, which was hard to recover from. But now that we have cloud-based computer backup, we always will have availability to these orders. So even in the event of a catastrophic burn down of the business, we have everything that we would need to get back up and running again. So that's a nice thing as well.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So how do people get a hold of you if they've got an event coming up or something they want to signify to a person, how important they are to their organization or to their group? How does somebody get a hold of you guys?
Well, I used to say the phone book, but people aren't really using that anymore. And this year, I finally said no, and I've completely got out of the printed phone directory. Now, I really hope that I don't live to regret that, but it just doesn't seem that people are using that anymore. So currently, people Google us. We're trying to make sure that our organic searches hit for awards Des Moines, trophies Des Moines, embroidery Urbandale, and things like that. So I know that there's a lot more that we could do. I know that there's a lot more advertising and other ways to drive traffic to our site, and we're not doing those things. But currently, at least this year, not so much last year, the organic searches and finding us on those parameters are driving driving customers to us. And so these last couple of months and this last couple of weeks have been nice and steady for us. It's been great that it's coming back around.
Okay, excellent. So you're out there on the web and social media. Are you doing social media?
Yep. So we have basically Facebook when we say that. There's not much we do on Twitter, and definitely no Instagram, although maybe there's something to that. But Facebook, we try to, whenever we have some unique product that we've done, we take a picture of it and we put it on the site. Or if there's something, event that's happening that's related to our business, or if someone famous has been appreciated with an award that we made, we try to put that picture of them receiving that award on our website and things like that. We don't post quite as often as we should, maybe once a month. And I'd like to increase that, but for now, people are seeing it.
Okay, very good. So people can reach out to you if they're needing any of your specialties. So I'm going to wrap up with one last question. Explain to us what inspires you.
So the thought of people all across the city or even the state owning something that we created. When I'm out and visiting businesses and I see their display case and it has our award in it, that's just a great thing. You know, I just love the thought that people are feeling pride in something they have achieved, and they use one of our awards to show the world that they achieved that. So that's the really thing that inspires me. So wanting every award that we make, thinking of how many people are going to see that. So we need to make sure it looks good, so that when people see that and they turn it over and they see our sticker on the back, that we were proud to have created the award. Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah, I'm now that now you bring that up, there's probably awards that get passed down generation to generation. I mean, I've got something of my grandfather's, an award that he won, you know. So really, it's kind of a legacy that you're kind of implementing or making happen, or so that, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. So
When I
excellent.
lost my mother years ago, 1989 is when she passed. I was going through her effects and found an award created by our company before I was there, and that was neat. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Jeff, thank you for your time. So we've been talking with Jeff Haynes with Custom Awards and Embroidery, and I thank you very much, and congratulations on your years of success, and hopefully everything will bounce back this year after a crazy last year.
Thank you for listening. Thanks. I appreciate it.